Everybody, Mark Yaylor here. Hopefully you can see I'm doing it from indoors today, and the weather outside is dreadful. Typical English autumn day. Thank goodness I didn't decide to do this from the field. Right, what I want to talk to you all today about are the Brinyte hunting lamps that I use. I've got various rifles out for you all to have a look at that I use. So first of all, we've got my Seiko 22. That's a 22 LR. I've got my Mauser 243 set up with my night vision and the Ultimus T18 zoomable flashlight with the very useful remote control for it. So you can turn it on, turn it off obviously, and then we can increase the brightness of the lamp and decrease it accordingly. As you can see, that's my dedicated setup on my 243 for foxing. It's either foxing or deer shooting. What you see on here, all this is just an attachment I've put on here to help me focus the sight itself. And then down here is my ever trusty 18 HMR, again with a Brinyte tricolour flashlight on it here, or hunting lamp. So you can see, there we go, it's the T18. It's the tricolour, and that is in red, white, there we go, we go back, red, white and green. Again, this is a variable power lamp. You can see, there we go, it goes right down to virtually nothing or up to full power, and it is zoomable as well. So you can have it from flood to a very tight focused beam. There we go, down the kitchen. There we are, over there on the door. Okay, so this is my go-to lamp for this setup, which is a daytime scope, and that's on my 18 HMR. If any of you are interested, or before we go any further, as you can see, the bolt's out the rifle, the magazine's out of this one, and the magazine and bolt are out of this one, so all of the rifles are safe. So we've got that out of the way. What I've got here, that's, if you ever wondered what a 17 HMR round looks like, that's it. And then over here we've got a 243 round, so we've got a 17 grain bullet, 75 grain bullet or projectile, whichever way you want to call it. And then over here we've got the little 22 rounds, so you can see it goes in caliber difference, all to do with the powder that's in the casing, in the brass casing there. Right, so why am I doing this? Well, I wanted to do this to let you all know how good the Brinyte lights are, and also tell you about the Black Friday. There we are, let's sit down, it's a bit easier. The Black Friday deals that are happening with Brinyte. Let's move that up so you can see that lamp a bit better. There we are. That's 3 of my hunting rifles. I have a 4th one, which is a large caliber 308. That again is a Seiko. I use that really for my deer hunting and a little bit of target shooting. That is an extremely accurate rifle. Anyway, let's get back to the Brinyte. I'm going to be reading here from a little script that was sent to me by Lexi in the marketing department. So there are 2 main activities for our online store for Black Friday and Thanksgiving. That's next week, and I believe these promotions start, yes, it says here, on the 16th of November to the 30th of November. We'll hold a giveaway on these 2 weeks to promote for Thanksgiving online activities. So go out and check their website. They're on Facebook, okay, at Brinyte. They're also on Instagram, again, Brinyte Flashlights, and they are on YouTube. They have their own YouTube channel as well. While we're talking about YouTube, If you like this sort of thing, if you like hunting, you like rifles, you like reviews of gear and equipment, please go and check out the rest of my channel. And if you want, please subscribe. If you like what you see on the videos but you don't want to subscribe, that's great. But please press that thumbs up button. That, believe it or not, that makes a lot of difference in the way my videos are promoted on YouTube. Anyway, so let's get back to this. For the SR8 and the WT01, purchase one SR8 or the WT01, 30% off. There are limited quantities on those lamps. Purchase two SR8s or the WT01, each light 50% off, limited quantities. Point 2, buy a free buying and a free gift. Each order reaches $100 US. Get one M18 copper EDC light plus one Brinyte wristband. Wow. Order to reach $200, get 12% off. Wow, that's a lot of money actually, 12%. Get one M18 copper ED light, one wristband and a Brinyte patch, free of charge. Order reaches $300, 16% off. Crikey. Then you get the M18 copper EDC light, Brinyte patch, Brinyte shopping bag free. Blimey neck, these people are giving stuff away here. And $500, 20% off. Hell, 20% off. That's amazing. An M18 copper EDC light, Brinyte patch, and a Brinyte tactical pen. I haven't even got a pen, blimey neck. Anyway, for every order from us, we'll handwrite best wishes to the customer. So you'll get something from Lexi. That sounds rather nice too. And don't forget, this runs from November the 16th to November the 30th. Okay, 14 days, 2 weeks. Now, how have I got these lamps set up? Now, let's just try and hold this still. This figure of 8 mount here, this is from Brinyte as well. I find this most useful. I can use it on this 17 HMR or on this one here over there on my 22. It just sits around the tube of the scope. Okay, and it will fit onto various sizes of scope. These are all 25mm tubes, but it will go up to 30mm tubes as well, if not a little bit bigger, maybe 32. I'm not too sure how it would work very well on the 35mm tubes of the much larger scopes, but it's not really meant for that. As you can see, I use this primarily on my 17 HMR, that's for rabbits, and I have shot a couple of foxes with this. If you check out the review of this lamp from the field, I'm out there in the rain and the horrible weather, and we shoot, I think it was four rabbits, and we get a bonus fox as well. And believe it or not, this little 17 HMR round is devastating on a fox. Yeah, absolutely devastating. Right, that's the Brinyte tricolor. There we go, turn it around, the T28. That is very, very good. Now we go on to, which I must admit is my favourite lamp that Brinyte make, that I've got. That is the T18 IR. I say it's IR, but when you buy it, it comes with a green LED pill. It comes with obviously the IR 850 or the 950 if you're going for the more favoured black IR now, or the red, and it comes with a white already fitted in the lamp. So at the moment my white one is in here and the IR is in there. Let's just have a quick look at these things. These little pouches that they come in are absolutely amazing. So you've got it, there it is, nice little protective case, and then look at this. This shows me the quality of these lamps. A few people have posted on Facebook where I've tried to publish or promote these lamps on my Facebook, my Shooting with Mark Yaylor Facebook page. They've said, well, not as good as the European stuff and not as good as the American stuff. Most of these people are bigots. They've never ever tried any of these lamps. They're too happy to pay twice, if not 3 times as much for something that actually isn't better. These aren't inferior, these are just as good. They're just being bigoted, blinded by whatever, their own prejudice or whatever. It's got a lovely lens here, focusing lens on it, whereas on the other lamp here, on the 28, it's a resin lamp with a Fresnel screen which helps it focus. I think for their value or their cost, you can't go wrong with these things. They're made to high standards, they're precise, they're machined well, and they work, and for me they work as well as the more expensive lamps. And if you check some of my other videos out on my site, yes, I have tried those, yes, I have reviewed them, yes, I've sung their praises as well, but you know what? They're bloody expensive compared to these lamps. These are extremely good value. And then you've got a wireless remote here for it to turn it up and down. You don't have to take your eye out of the scope. You can just boom, boom, boom through. Yeah, okay, you can, you know, alter the stuff at the back, but this is great. Right, if you've noticed here, I've got a slightly different mounting system here. Unfortunately, Brinyte don't make anything like this at the moment, but if they did, I'd definitely buy it from them. This one, you've got elevation here, and you've got windage here, so it allows the light to twist and rotate up and down. As you can see, I've set it to as far forward as I can on the fixed Picatinny rail here, and that is to keep it in line with the barrel. And then as we look through it, here we go, there it is, there it is. That gives us much better coverage of lamp to light ratio. It's really, really good. I know I've said about these things how good they are. I've got one that arrived, when was it, Thursday in the post. So let's do a quick unboxing here. I have opened it up prior to this and had a look. Now let's take this out of here. Again, you know, just a general bubble wrap. But when we take it out and have a look what's in the bag, this is the other thing that always amazes me with this. This is the Artemis T18. Okay, 650 lumens. Is the quality of this. There it is. White, red and green. Okay, with the run times. The run times are pretty accurate actually. It's one of the things about this company, that what they actually tell you is pretty much true. Anyway, but going on from this, you can see you've got all of these things, battery installation, operation instructions, all of those stuff. It is very straightforward, very easy. But what I like about this is the material it's made from. It's like a laminated card, not just a bit of cardboard, you know, that sort of, as soon as it gets wet, it sort of falls apart. There's a nice little touch here, a bit of quality to it, even down to the little tag here. You know, you don't get that on some of the more expensive European lamps or the American lamps. It's just tossed in there on a folded up bit of paper. No, this is quality, this. Carry on digging in here. They all come with either the wireless remote or the rat tail attachment. As you can see, 2 out of the 3 rifles I've got here, I have got oiled stocks. So this 3M's patch on the back here is really, really good. It's on with Velcro. It does stick like you know what to a blanket, but it doesn't stick to this because these are oiled wood. Okay, so that's the only drawback with it, but it doesn't matter who makes them. You know, they just don't stick to the oiled wood. Have a look else in here. We've got a wrist strap for it, which obviously I don't use because they're mounted on my rifles. What I've got here next is a set of O-rings, which is nice because they do get trapped sometimes as you're changing the battery on it, putting a new battery in after charging. And then we've got the charger here, which I think is rather nice. It's got your USB, so you can put it into a power pack or into a main supply or your laptop. But this end here, oh, there's the rain coming again. I don't know if the microphone's picking that up on the conservatory roof. This, I'm not too sure exactly what they call this fitting. I've got a feeling it's like a micro C, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But the interesting thing is with this, is with the battery, it's got the same battery in this lamp and in this lamp and in this lamp. So again, you buy extra batteries, they fit all of the lamps. It goes in that way, flip it over and it goes in that way. It's amazing. I don't know how that really works out, but much easier to use than these blooming USB 2s, I guess these are, where it can only go in one way. Right, getting onto the lamp here now. This is the interesting bit. So we've got white light, we've got IR 850, and we've got IR 940. So if you're like me, you've got the standard 850 IR scope, works perfectly. If you've got the more expensive, the newer version of it with the IR 940, which is, as some people are calling it, the black IR, because it doesn't really illuminate out of the front of the torch, and it's less for the animals to see. God, I can't move that at the moment. Hang on a second. There we go. That's it. That's how new it is. It's never been opened. This, you can see where they've greased it up in the factory, and it's sort of, there we are. That's more like it. Look at that now. Again, that's quality. I can just use my thumb, my index finger on my left hand, which is my weaker hand, to move it about. I really do like this lamp. I'm looking forward to trying it out on my IR setup here. Again, similar to the T18 tricolor, in the sense it's got the switch on the top, and then hopefully you can see through there, you've got the different LED pills. It's a bit more difficult than I thought, this, doing it left-handed and one-handed at the same time, and they all just flip through. Let's turn this on. We're on white at the moment. Wait for a couple of seconds, or about a second and a half, and it comes on. So just on cue, as I want to show you things, it's starting to rain very hard, and there we are, and it zooms right down, as you can see, to the LED pill square. This is the thing I've said in one of my other videos about how I am impressed with this. Look at the spill on that. You're virtually seeing that little LED pill that we looked at before. I'll try and show you on this one. You'll see, no, not on that one. Let's wind the focus back a bit. There we go. So what you're seeing is that LED pill focused right there on the wall in front of me. That is a credit to the Fresnel lens that they put on, you said screen, and the Fresnel lens they put on there, how little spill you get. Even when I push it in very, very close, you're still not getting any spill. Come back a bit. I know I'm not coming back too far. I've come back about, what's this? I think this conservatory of mine is about 3 meters wide. So you're getting a little bit of spill, but not much. I think it's fantastic. There we are. So if any of you know where Whitstable is in Kent, that's near where I live. We've got some nice pictures there from Whitstable. Anyway, my wife loves that place. Now we flip it over and it disappears. The light's still on. You can see, can you see that just moving around there on the brickwork in the daylight? That's the 850 IR. You can see that. Now we flip over to the 940 and it's completely disappeared. That's what they mean by the black IR. It is actually on, but you can't see it, but there it is there with your eyes. The one thing you mustn't do is look into the torch, even when you turn it like so, and you think, oh, it's not really on, is it on full power or whatever? And have a look inside. The infrared light you can't see with your eyes, it's still as bright as it normally is, and it will damage your eyes. So that's it, turned off obviously, with the focus out. Let's open this up at the back. And I'm struggling because it's brand spanking new. Let me just put this down for a moment, sorry about that. There we go. Now, managed to undo that with my fingers. Glidey down. There's one of those little O-rings that make it, it says it's not waterproof, it's showerproof, weatherproof. I wouldn't like to test it out and throw it in the pond in the garden or in one of the farms there, but if you check out some of my videos, you will see I have used it out in the rain, and it was raining that night, you'll see on the video, and it is waterproof to that extent to be out in the field. Pop that there. Now, taking out the battery, again, this is the quality of it. Most of the others have the smaller batteries in it, which have only about 2,000 or 3,000 milliamps. This is 5,000, 3.6 volts. It is a stonking battery. Lots of power, yeah, and again, I'm very, very impressed with it. This is the way you charge it. That little charging cable pops in there, and again, another nice touch. How do I know when it's charged or not? There it is. That nipple there on the LED has a little LED in there, and it changes colour when it's charged or not. So, have I got a charge? I haven't got a charger here. Power pack. Got one in here because I run my scope here off. It does take 4 AA batteries, but the problem is they run out pretty quick. So I have an auxiliary power pack here that powers the scope for virtually indefinitely because it draws so little power. If you're after a totally electric scope, digital, that's the one to get. Sightmark Wraith. Anyway, let's not push the Sightmark Wraith because we're talking about the Brinyte lamps. So there's the charging cable that came with that torch you just saw me do before. There's the USB, and there it is there. So let's see if we can get this in. Oops, wrong end. There's the USB. Get the USB in. Wrong way around. There we are. So the USB has gone into the power pack. Take the other end. You wouldn't believe how difficult this is to do one-handed and trying to look through an iPhone and do all of this at the same time. So let's pop that down there and get this on here and then slide that in. There we go. And there it is. This is brand spanking new, as you saw out of the box. It's got a little red LED there glowing away, and as soon as that goes to blue, it's charged. I say blue, on my other ones it goes to blue. I'm not too sure if this is, oh there we are, USB Type-C charger. So I was right in my guess, and yeah, there it is, charging away. We'll see if it's done by the time I've finished this, but I doubt it. It does take a while to do. There's the bolt for this little 22. Let's put that over there. It does take a while to charge from those power packs. From the mains, it's much quicker. There's the one that actually came with the lamp already wrapped up. Yeah. I'm almost out of time. I said I would do this for half an hour and we're almost there. It is a little bit more difficult to do it from the kitchen table as I am here. But these lamps that Brinyte have supplied me with and the mount that you see here are second to none. As I said, if you check out my web YouTube. I have tried other lamps. I have sung their praises, yeah, but this Brinyte stuff is top notch. Check them out. Go on to their webpage. Just type in Brinyte in your search engine, and go on to Facebook at Brinyte, or go on to Instagram, Brinyte Flashlights, and see the stuff there. It is amazing. And don't forget, you've got the Black Friday to Thanksgiving giveaway. So that is the 16th of November to the 30th of November. So you've got 2 weeks there to do that. Go through their offers again. We've got the SR8 and the WT01. Yeah, 30% off, limited quantities. That's if you buy one of those. If you buy two of them, that's the SR8 and the WT01, you get 50% off. So that's blooming good, that is. The offer two that they're doing is buy one and get a free gift. So if you buy $100 worth of stuff from them, you will get a M18 copper EDC light plus a Brinyte wristband. If you spend $200, they'll give you 12% off. And you know, in this day and age, you know, with the stuff that's happening around the world, 12% is a bloody good discount. You're going to get the same thing. You get that's a $200 US. You get 12% off that. So that's $24 off the 200. You get, I'm good at maths, eh? You get the M18 copper EDC light plus a Brinyte wristband plus a Brinyte patch. If the order reaches $300, you're going to get 16% off. Okay, that's with the M18 copper flashlight, a Brinyte patch, and a Brinyte shopping bag. Very nice indeed. You get $200. You get 20% off if you go for $500 US. You get the M18. You get the Brinyte patch, Brinyte tactical pen. I'd like to see one of those tactical pens myself. If it's half as good as these lights that they do, it's going to be a pretty good tactical pen. Anyway, so $500 spend, you get 20% off, plus the M18, a patch, and a tactical pen. $300, you get 16% off, an M18 copper EDC light, a patch, and a shopping bag. $200, you get a 12% discount, plus one M18 copper EDC light, a Brinyte wristband, and a patch. If you buy one of the SR8 WTO lights, you get 30% off, limited quantities. I forgot to say that the second time I read this out. Purchase two SR8/WT01 lamps and you get 50% off, limited quantities. All I can say, guys, is if you are looking for Brinyte flashlights or a tactical lamp or hunting lamp, these are the fellas to get. Check out the video where I am reviewing the tricolor T18 Artemis. That's that one there. This is the tricolor one again, I guess you can call it, with a white. You got the 850 IR and the 940 IR. System as that one is. That lamp there, as it sits on this rifle on the 17 HMR, does go out to at least 150 meters, where you can shoot rabbits and you can shoot foxes. The video that I'm reviewing that on, I shoot 4 rabbits and a fox. The fox was shot with this rifle and that lamp and that mount. That was out to just under 100 meters, okay, which is about the limit for this little round. It is what they call a neck down Magnum 22, for those of you who are interested in that sort of stuff. So that's a neck down Magnum 22. And then on this fella here, this is a dedicated fox round, shooting. That lamp there, that goes out to 600 meters in the IR. A lot of that to do is with the sensors that's in here, but that gives you the ability to see animals out to 600 meters. And I don't mean just a blurry little blob. You'll see the eye shine, and you can make out the actual shape of the animal, so you can see that it is a fox, it's not a badger, it's not a cat, it's not a dog, it is a pest species that needs to be taken out. I wouldn't shoot it at 600, I'd shoot it at 200, which I have with this setup here. I shoot out to at least 200 meters with this. But the Ultimus T18 is a cracking lamp. Again, as I said, it comes with this sort of stuff, you know, green. This one says it's the IR 850, that's the pill that's in here. And you get the red one. And there is a white that comes standard fitted. It is a fantastic light. I know I keep saying that, guys, but it is. This is how they send me the stuff, in a plain brown box. I don't know how you'll get it, but if you do get it in a brown box, I would say that is the reason behind that. Is all of the money, all of the thinking has gone into the quality of this production. You know, I can't fault these lamps. As I've said, check out my YouTube page, check out the shooting that I do and the reviews that I do here in the southeast of England. It's a beautiful part of England. If you ever get the chance, come down here and see it. We're not far from London. Most of my shooting takes place within 20 to 30 miles from central London. It's one of those rare cities or capitals where it's very close to the countryside. Well, the part where I live in the Garden of England. Again, going back to these lamps, has this one charged at all? Yeah, no, still charging. Quality, as you can see. You know, the machining of it, the making of it, everything. They are nice, light lamps, yeah, but saying that, they're as tough as nails, yeah. Tough as nails, yeah. That's a bit of brick dust on there, that wipes off. That's how tough these things are. There it is, yeah. They're as tough as nails. Brinyte, Ultimus T28 and the T18. Oops, there's the T18, not that one. That's a T28 back there as well. The T18. They are as tough as nails. They stand up to physical abuse, as you just saw then, and they stand up to the rigours of the cold and the wet. They are perfect hunting lamps. I do like them, and I do recommend them to anybody. Okay, guys? So, have a great day, what's left of it, wherever you are in the world. Okay, it's only 10:30 here in the UK, but wherever you are in the rest of the world, take care, shoot straight and shoot safe. And please follow my YouTube channel and see some of the adventures I get up to here in the Garden of England. I also go to Canada and America. I've been up to Alaska a number of times, the far north Arctic of Canada. So I do get about a bit, but with the restrictions at the moment, I haven't been able to get out for at least a year. But as soon as the restrictions finish, I'll be off to Canada for sure, and we'll do a bit of hunting and shooting there with handguns and rifles as well, and maybe even a bit of goose hunting. There is some goose hunting on my channel, check that out if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, where we're using shotguns to shoot geese flying into ponds at night. Okay, thank you very much to everybody at Brinyte, especially Lexi and their marketing department for suggesting this and giving me the support and the impetus to do it. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Please like and subscribe. Bye for now.